Alright, today we're working on a 2013 Toyota Tacoma, and we're doing the rear brakes. Just got the drum off. Want you to know, if you ever have issues getting these drums off, which you're probably going to if you're doing this, these like to be a pain in the butt. But the good thing is they have little threads here. Get you a good grade 10 bolt. Go to Harbor Freight or Royal King, get a grade 10, which is green. So, because if you don't, it's going to freaking strip it. It'll just strip it, pull it out, or break off, and then you're screwed. But you put a bolt in here, and push equally, and this drum comes off. But if you break one off in here, then you got to tighten this one up and beat on the hammer with this side. That's what happened in this one here. This one here got stripped out, so I had to beat the shit out of it with a hammer. But we're replacing it, so it don't matter. All right, now these, you definitely want to use brake cleaner. Clean it. Don't blow the brake dust everywhere. It's bad for your lungs. So you can spray it down with the brake cleaner, then blow it off. But basically what we're trying to do here is we got to get these off. Which I have one of these handy dandy little tools here, which is a Craftsman 9-47761 part number. You just put it on here like this. You put your finger behind in the back to stop it from moving backwards, that pin, and it comes right off. I'm gonna try to show you here if it works. I don't know if it will or not. There. Put your finger back here, push in, twist. That little thing comes right out of there like nothing. So that gets the pins out. If you ain't got one of these little dudes, you can use a pair of pliers or vice grips to lock it on there and then push it in. That's probably the best. But your goal here is to get these springs off down here, because these ones are a pain in the butt to get off. You got to get this spring off right here. That holds your brake. Things that adjusted your brake. And there's two of them down here. There's one down here. You take this one off. That's what holds this together. And then this one right here is for your emergency brake. You're going to take that one off, which connects over here. Connects to this, but you're going to get it off from in here first. Then you're going to take this clip off right here. If you have to use a chisel to cut it, use a chisel to cut it. If not, just take it off. Take this clip off. This bracket, once you get all these separated, so this is off, we're going to take this one off, separate it. We're going to take these off. You got to get these off to get this brake caliper, brake shoe off. Then I'll show you here some more here in just a second. So, be right back. All right, so you take this out of here. So what I did is release the spring and then just worked it out of there slowly. Then I'm going to come down here to the bottom. I'm going to grab a hold of this one here. With a good pair of good nice needle nose. And make sure you don't mess your hand up, like I just did. And just pry it over until it pops loose. Like so. And you can take this one here and pry it off of there and then release it. Just remember that one goes on there. And this thing right here is what holds your emergency brake on or hold it out. This little contraption right here. This is your bar that pushes. It goes in upside down like this. So when you're putting it back together, it goes like this. Don't forget that. Then you got your shoe off over here, so now you're in good shape. You got one shoe off over here. All you gotta do is figure out how to get that spring off of there. What I try to do is just try to pry it out here. Try to get it out here open. You can get to it a little bit easier. Get the tension off of it. You can even release this if you want, if it moves. Some of them move, some don't. If you release this thing right here, it releases some of the tension from that spring. And what I'm doing is I'm adjusting the brake in right there. See that? I'm adjusting this in to relieve some of the pressure from that spring to help release it. And help get it out of there too. Makes it a little bit easier. Because you gotta do one side at a time. You gotta take this one shoe off over here, then you gotta take out this brace off to get the spring and everything off. And if that's enough, get in there. All right, hang on. All right, so it's going to be a pain in the butt. There, now you got this side off. Remember, these side right here, you want to make sure you don't get these backwards. I'm supposed to put it on backwards. This is a new one. This one goes this side, this one goes on this side. You don't forget when you're taking these back apart. Now to get this crazy thing off, see this comes down here. You gotta get these stupid clips out of here. I just go ahead and take this off, get it out of the way. Go ahead and unspin this. You're gonna clean it off anyway. You wanna take it to a wire wheel and get all this grime cleaned up. Make sure it turns good. Put a little coat of grease on there. Okay, so now we're going to try to finagle these out of here if possible. Sometimes they come out easy, sometimes they're a pain in the butt, and sometimes you got to cut them out. Just got to try to squeeze them backwards is what I try to do. Try to push them back. Like I say, sometimes they come out easy, sometimes they don't. So when they don't, you just gotta show it that you're the boss, that you're coming out of there whether it wants to or not. Not all you can do. Like I said, get a good pair of needle nose, not some cheap piece of shit China ones. Because the China ones ain't gonna be able to grab a hold of it as tight as this. The one good thing is you ain't gotta worry about this clip because you get a new one with a clip with the hardware kit that you should be buying anyway when you're doing this. Definitely buy a new hardware kit. Part number is 17263 from Brake Weaver. Hardware Advance or AutoZone, whatever. 17263 is your brake hardware kit for both sides. And if you're doing a brake drum, this is an AutoZone brake drum, number 241, 195 for the rear brake drum. All right, be back in just a second so I get the other one out. Okay, I got tired of messing with this one, so I actually cut it with a chisel real quick. Get a good sharp chisel and cut a little bit, and then pry it out of there. So now what you're trying to do is you want to get this bar out of here. Bring it out of here, you'll see. This bar comes off, you just pry it off right here. This comes out of here. Hard to do with one hand. Let me put this down. That comes out. Then you got to take your brake thing off here. Make sure that's out. And that comes out. Then you can just separate this. So remember, when this goes back in, you got to put this spring inside the, or this brake emergency thing inside that, and then clip it, and then push it back, and make sure you lock it in here. So they try to make it hard, but definitely it's not that bad. All right, now I can't get it back out. There. So this is this side. So this is your new one. Remember, going in here, goes on there. This here goes on here in the back. It goes in the back and then connects into your clip, that wide thing. That goes in the back and clips into that. Not the easiest in the world, but keep messing with it till it goes. First of all, make sure you're in the right hole. You gotta go in the big hole, not the little one. It goes up in the big hole. Goes in there, like that there. Then remember your bar goes back on. This here goes back on. So it goes on there, on here, and there. And in your hardware kit, remember your hardware kit comes with 2 new clips. Get your new clips out of here. That's why it's suggested you buy the kit, the hardware kit. That way you ain't got to worry about trying to find a clip to go on here. So that goes on there. You gotta watch those little things like that slip off there. Goes on here. Take you a good pair of needle nose pliers and just squeeze them. If you can get it to stay on there. Locked in, okay. All right, now we're gonna lock the other one in. This other one up here, let it lock in. This might be a long video, but at least you guys will see. Sometimes these are a pain in the ass, but it's just, gotta do them. Okay. That was locked in, that was locked in. So that can go back up in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into the wire wheel. Take it into my wire wheel and clean that up real good. And when I get back, use your wire wheel and like a grinder or some shit. Or if you don't have a regular wire wheel, you could use one of these right here. Something like this. Just a grinder. You know, you'll see. I'll actually show you real quick. I'm going to do it on the grinder, but I'll do it on here just to show you. So you just put it up here. Make sure you're wearing glasses. These little splinky things get you. You don't like it. Just clean it up real good. And then you can get a little dab of grease, and put on here, just a dab. Or you can even use Antiseize if you want it, which I'm going to use. Just put a little Antiseize on there, sure, whatever. Clean off all the excess, but you're going to put it on there anyway. So those are cleaned up, that's ready to go. Now what we're going to do is get our little grinder out here. And mine's starting to dry up. put right here. This helps it slide. This is the contact points of that brake shoe. These are going to slide. As something, when you hit the brakes, it's going to move in and out. You want that to slide real easy. I'm also going to clean up the wheel. Then you're going to take some of your stuff here and put it in between here, put on your threads. This stops everything whenever you got to take that brake drum back off. You ain't got to beat it off. Or use those bolts. Sometimes it slides right off if you do this. Not all the time, but sometimes. At least you know you did it right. Alrighty, now you just got to put back together. I recommend doing one side at a time. That way, like me, sometimes I have to go to the other side to look at this side to see if what the hell's going on. So yeah, I recommend you always just do one side at a time. Have the other both wheels off. That way you can look at the one side that's already done, and come back to this side if you can't figure out what's going on. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys here in a little bit.